Hello everyone and welcome to the weekly spirit messages. Today the message is recorded as well. So this is the weekly spirit messages for all zodiac signs. There will be two separate videos for the signs from Aries to Virgo and then the other one from Libra to Pisces. And you can see which at which time your sign is covered. So just a reminder, I create those videos with the intention for the messages to reach those who are aware of their sun, moon and rising sign. So if you do know them, please check out the messages for those signs for you as well, for a little bit of a more extended, deeper, more in-depth reading for you for this week. So I was thinking like this week will be a good time to do some chakra reading for you guys. And so I have the chakra wisdom oracle cards with me today for each sign. And then as an advice card, I have the archangel animal deck with me. So what I will do is I will pull a card for Aries to Virgo from the chakra wisdom cards first, and then the extra advice will be from the animals for each sign. So you can jump into the reading for your sign down below if you like, or just listen to it all. Okay, so let's start with Aries. Right, by the way, I do apologize. I'm doing things slightly differently today. So instead of shuffling for each sign separately, I will be shuffling the cards for all of the signs to start off with, and then I'll just select 6 cards out of the pile. So let me start again. I'll be shuffling for spirit messages for the signs of Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo and Virgo. What are the spirit messages for those signs today? For sun, moon or rising? Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. What does spirit want you to know this week? Okay, so we've got Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. I'm feeling this side. Okay, let's see. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. Okay, now feel free to skip to the reading for your zodiac sign. Okay, Aries, what is the spirit message for you this week? Forgiveness. Right, so this card is a card of the crown chakra. The forgiveness, you know, it's a very it's an energy difficult for us mere human beings to understand sometimes. It's a very challenging energy, it's a very challenging action really, but the forgiveness really comes from the deeper understanding of situations and the deeper meaning behind the situations. So forgiveness, most importantly, is not an excuse. So whether it's forgiveness towards yourself or whether this is forgiveness for someone else, if someone has done you harm, if someone has caused you pain, this is not to say it was okay. The forgiveness card is asking for you, Aries, to find forgiveness in your heart in order to just be able to let it go. Because if we don't let go and don't put the past in the past, it can still haunt us in the present and in effect create our future. So if you need some help with this, Aries, just ask your angels for help and they'll be more than happy to do so. I really love this card. You know, I feel, Aries, there's a extra message. This is obviously a general reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising, but if it resonates with you, then take it. If not, just don't. But I feel like there might be people, in a way, wanting and waiting for you to forgive them. I feel like it might be a particular person or even more of them, because if you can see in this card, we have 1, 2, 3 people, if we can call them people, or maybe fairies, maybe they're just forest creatures looking at this front picture here. So, you know, the other thing that comes to me actually is there might be people that are, maybe you're considering forgiveness to someone who doesn't deserve it. And when I say forgiveness, I should rephrase that. You can forgive, but don't excuse, right? It's not an excuse. Just because someone is expecting you to forgive them or is asking you, you can do so. You can say you forgive, and in that way, energetically, you'll be able to let go of the situation so it doesn't affect you. But it doesn't mean that you have to stay in contact with that person, okay? Because again, forgiveness is not meant to be an excuse necessarily. But I feel like there are a lot of people looking for this, looking at you somehow. In some way, they're looking at you. So let's see, Aries, what's the extra advice from the Archangel Animal deck for you? Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Parrot, listen intently to understand. Well, isn't that just perfect? So whatever that forgiveness is, it looks like it needs a little bit of your attention, possibly just being able to listen to the other side. Just listen to the other side, because what is that saying? Like, you know, depending on how many people are involved in a situation, that's how many stories of the situations there will be, right? So lend your ear and maybe have a little listen. Yeah, so that's for Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. We're moving on to Taurus now. Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. What is the spirit message for you this week? Okay, this card, Taurus, dissipating. So this card talks about us dreaming about a future that we don't truly feel like it can come true. But this is only because we are deciding not to take action. So I really like these cards because in the book you have very short stories for each card. Those are like little fables, I believe you call them. And I remember this one actually because it talks about this lady who would talk with her bird about the dreams that they would like to achieve, or let's say stories. So they would talk about these beautiful journeys on, you know, what is it, on like cruises, these beautiful cruises, these great social interactions, parties, all of these people that they would meet, all the things that they would be doing. But then all it ends up being is just them talking about it, whilst the years go by and go by, and it actually never happens. So the spirit message for you today, Taurus, is that unless you take action, things are not going to happen for you. And although you might be lacking confidence, this is a yellow card of the solar plexus, you know, it shouldn't stop you from doing them. If there is anything that you feel you maybe are not confident enough to do yet, you gotta go and do it first whilst you're still uncomfortable. And then over time, with experience and time, you will gain the confidence. So don't let the lack of confidence stop you. Just go and do it. Through action, your confidence will grow, not the other way around. Now, let's see what is the extra message from the Archangel Animal for you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Oh, wasn't that just perfect? Maintain your self-worth and self-esteem. So as you can see, because these are Archangel Wisdom, Archangel Animal cards, each of them have some archangels at the bottom. So if you are struggling with self-confidence, Taurus, work with Archangel Mary, Gabriel, or Uriel this week to help you overcome this. And they will be more than happy to do so. So this is Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Okay, now moving on to Gemini. Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. What is the spirit message for you this week? Let's see. So we have the chakra cards to start with. Acceptance. Okay, Gemini. So this week for you will be revolving around acceptance. And I feel like the acceptance is to do with the status quo of the things the way they are right now. Although it might not be exactly what you're wishing or hoping for, it is really important that you stay grounded in your current reality, so that you can make stronger and bigger strides for the future. Because the more grounded and accepting of the current situation that you're in you are, the stronger your foundation will be for future progress. This is the, as you can see, this is the red card, which means this is a card for the root chakra, Gemini. Hence, we're talking about safety and grounding. What's the spirit message, extra spirit message for Gemini this week? Ladybird. Accept happiness and good fortune. Right, so isn't that just perfect? If you accept acceptance, I love this stuff, you just can't make it up. If you accept the happiness and good fortune now, happiness and good fortune will come your way. That's how we truly manifest our future, is by starting now. We need to accept and ground ourselves within the current reality, within the current situation, in order to grow from it and create in the future. Because the more unaccepting we are of now, we will continue with the same energy, and whatever comes our way in the future will continue not being accepted by us. So start accepting, Gemini. This is your time to do so this week, or at least start working on it. Okay, moving on to Cancer. Just 1 second. Okay, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. What's the spirit message for you this week? Perseverance. Okay, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Perseverance can be hard sometimes, but this is what Spirit is asking of you this week. This card is a card of our sacral chakra, and so that makes me think about your creativity and your creations in general. If you have started a project, or you are thinking of doing something that will enhance your current projects, your current, let's say, the goals that you're going for, then persevere. Even if you can't see the effects just yet, they will come. It's kind of like a similar, I would say it's almost like an extra message on top of the one that was for Gemini. First you accept where you are, and then you persevere. So if you're expecting some sort of an outcome, even if you've been doing it for a while and you just don't see it yet, just keep going, because you're doing this for a reason. Okay. Yeah, so persevere, Cancer, don't give up. And your animal archangel card for this week for Cancer. Cancer, sun, moon, or rising. Sun, moon, or rising. B, spread heart healing with joy. Isn't that interesting that this card is also of the same color scheme? So you have the perseverance, and then like a bee, worker bee, right? Worker bees. Just keep doing your work with joy and with heart-centered love. As long as what you're doing, as long as you enjoy what you're doing, then keep doing it, and the effects that you're looking for will come in eventually, because all the work that you put in now is creating a great foundation in the background. So that's for Cancer. Now we're moving on to Leo. What's the spirit message for Leo this week? Okay, Leo, we also have the sacral chakra, and we have completion. Okay, this card actually seems quite big to me, Leo, because I feel like this is a week for you of completing all the healing that you have been doing in regards to the past. Whether it's dealing with grief as pictured on the card, or just past experiences, past circumstances that have been holding you back for a long time. It is now time to let that go. Consciously or unconsciously, I feel like this week is the week where those energies are really clearing from your space. And what is the archangel animal for Leo? Sun, moon, or rising? Leo, sun, moon, or rising? Leo, sun, moon, or rising? Rabbit. Recognize your significance, Leo. You know, you might not know it, but your existence is significant, and all the work that you do is significant, and you are blessed, and blessed with purpose. We all are blessed with purpose, so don't forget that. You know, we might not see our helpers, but all the unseen helpers, like our angels, and spirit guides, are guiding us towards different actions, different projects for a reason. It all matters. All of you matter, Leo. All of you matters, I should say. Okay, now moving on to Virgo, sun, moon, or rising. Okay, Virgo, we have the card of a root chakra of complacency. So this card is telling us of, how do I put this? Which words do I use? Not which words, it's like I'm feeling it, but I want to make sure that I express it in the way that I'm feeling it. This is a card of self-doubt and self-disbelief. This is a card of powerlessness, but it's not because anyone is actually overpowering us. This is us not acting with power on our own behalf. So this lady here, she has everything she needs in order to move forward, but she's deciding not to. Okay, there's a difference. You have to decide whether you want to move forward or not, and then when things get tough and uncomfortable, you keep going and you keep making those changes. The thing is that changes are always, always, always uncomfortable, Virgo. Always. I'm sorry I'm saying it like 10 times, but it is true. And it reminds me even of situations at work. I remember every work that you're in involves change, right? And if you have been in any company for any sustained period of time, you'll know that a lot of changes always happen. But often at the start, people are very unhappy about them. You know, no one likes change, usually. Virgo is mutable sign, isn't it? Or earth sign, sorry. Oh, I forgot even. And Virgos don't like change for sure. But change is inevitable. You know, everything at the beginning, like I was giving the example of a company. If you work in a company, you know that changes always come in, and people are not happy to start with. But eventually, throughout time, we get used to it. And in the process, we've learned something new, or we've grown, or we've learned that whatever change happened maybe wasn't good, actually. But either way, we have grown as a person, we have gained experience, and now it's in the past, it's no longer uncomfortable, we've tried it, it's good, let's move on, we are ready for next change. And so that is definitely one thing that never changes in life. Or no, one thing that is constant in life. So sorry, the constant thing is change, right? So unless you make a decision to make a change and go through your feeling of discomfort, change, the kind of change that you're looking for won't happen. Okay, so Virgo, what's the Archangel Animal card for you? Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Don't be complacent, Virgo. Just go for what you want to create in your life. Kingfisher, be patient and focused. Patient and focused, sorry. So also persevere, Virgo. Keep going forward, keep going forward. As uncomfortable as it might feel for a while, it will get better. But just be patient and focused. Okay, so that was the last message for this video. I will be now moving on to Libra to Pisces.